This video is sponsored by Little Acres Creations. They are home of the hand-carved stamp blenders. Hi everyone, I will be making this cute unicorn kitty card and I'll be showcasing Chelles handmade blenders. This is an ink blender. It's hand-carved by her husband. And Jennifer McGuire recently featured this in her blog, the ink blender. And I will link to Jennifer McGuire's blog down below. And so now I will show you how I created the unicorn kitty card from the stamp set Unicorn Dreams. And first I'm just going to stamp the unicorn kitty, the cat, and the books. And I'm going to be coloring with alcohol markers. So I am using Georgia Pacific cardstock. And remember, Georgia Pacific cardstock is what you want to use when you're coloring with alcohol markers. There are other cardstocks out there that are good for alcohol marker coloring, but I prefer the Georgia Pacific cardstock. So I'm just going to stamp these 3 stamps on here with Memento Tuxedo black ink. And then I will color with various alcohol markers from Stampin' Up! Blends to Copics to Spectrum Noirs. And here's where I use the ink blender, and the ink blender has a nice fat handle, and it's not made specifically for arthritic hands, but what it's made for is for even pressure, and that's really important when you're doing a distress ink work. And I'm going to make like a galaxy background, but I'm only going to use one color, and that is Picked Raspberries Distress ink by Tim Holtz or Ranger. And I'm just putting the spongy on there, and then I'm going to gradually start making lighter or darker circles. I'm going to start in the middle, and I'm going to start from lighter to darker around the edges, and that's how I'm going to get my galaxy background with one color. But the ink blenders are great because they give a nice even pressure, and they're really easy to hold in your hand, which I like. It doesn't have that little skinny handle. So here I go. I'm just gonna keep going until I'm happy with the results of my galaxy background with one color. And now that I'm happy with my pink galaxy background, I will use Fun Stampers Journey Silks. I'll be using bubblegum pink and gold and just adding some fun little dots. And now I'm using my Scan and Cut tool to cut out the cat, the mouse, and the books, and I will adhere them to my background with some Tombow adhesive dots. For the sentiment, I'm using the Be Yourself Arch Sentiment, and I'm just putting that on top with Memento Tuxedo black ink. And then once that is finished, I will be using the little stars or the little sparkles, and I'll be using Abandoned Coral for that. And then once I get those on there, I will be using an A2 size pink card base and gluing that on top. And then I'll be taking a glitter gel pen and just defining those little sparkles to make them nice and sparkly. For the inside of the card, I'll be using the sentiments. Unless you can be a unicorn, then be a unicorn. And I'll stamp that on a scrap piece of a cardstock. And then I will use my Lawn Fawn rectangle die to cut that out and put it on the inside of the card. And that completes my card. It turned out super cute. I love this unicorn kitty, and I will have all the links to the stamp set down below. And if you're new to my channel, welcome, and I invite you to subscribe. And thanks for watching. Bye.